finna go deep on us now. Terry finna go deep on us. Terry.
Yes, sir.
Now, you got married in the penitentiary.
Yes, sir.
How did you convince that woman to marry you, man?
Well, her father allowed me to date her. First of all, she had never been with a man at all. Started dating her. And the only way I dated her, because I was a man enough to go up to the house and talk to her parents. And then I ended up, her mother wouldn't let, my mother wouldn't let.
And you mean her mother let her marry you in the penitentiary?
Yes. I started dating my wife at an early age when she was going to Drew. And her father allowed me to, he wouldn't allow me to date her, but he would allow me, he told me, I went over there, knocked on the door to ask him, could I date her? And he told me, no, my daughter don't date. He said, but since you were a man enough to come here and knock on this door and ask, could you date my daughter? I'm gonna allow you to come to this house and visit my daughter occasionally. Is that all right with you? I said, yes, sir. And that's how it happened. So I started going to the house, seeing his daughter at home.
So this is the same young lady?
Yes, for a whole year.
And this is the same young lady married you in the penitentiary?
And had my children.
Is that right?
So yes. I have 2 sons.
By her?
Yes, 3 grand. Yes, I have 2 sons, Terry Jr. and Tyshawn. Yeah. And my oldest son is doing very good. My youngest son
So she had to believe in you because you you're in the penitentiary. She married you, but you get out and you do these jobs and all of that. How long did y'all stay married?
We stayed married from 1976 to 2013 when she passed away.
Were y'all together that whole time?
Not the whole time. You might as well can say we weren't together the whole time.
But y'all
We
still
had
was
our
close.
problems. Oh yeah, I was going to see her all the time, even after we bought our home.
So y'all bought a home together?
Bought a home together, and which was from her father. He said that we bought a home from her father.
Oh, bless.
And 1129 East 91st Street, back when Quick and Split was right there,
Mm-hmm.
and the liquor store on 91st.
Mm-hmm.
Because my father, my wife's mother and father.
So what
on
made
90.
things fall off?
For as what? For as our marriage or anything like that?
Marriage?
Yeah, well,
Whatever.
I ended up going, like I said, went to the pen. I got married. I got out.
Mm-hmm.
We raised our children. At the time, I didn't go back. I didn't do no more time for a long time, you know. And we raised our 2 children, Terry and Tyshawn. We stayed there on.
So you was doing good?
I was doing good. I was working, like I said, I was working for recreation parks. I was driving from 75th and Wadsworth all the way to San Pedro.
Were you still drinking?
Yes, I was still drinking. Yes.
Were you still smoking weed?
I was still smoking weed. Yes, I was.
No cocaine?
No cocaine. I hadn't started cocaine yet. No, I didn't start cocaine.
How old were you when you started cocaine?
When I started cocaine, let me see. I would say I was in my 30s when I started cocaine. Yeah, I was in my 30s.
About 30 what?
I'd say about 32, 33, up in there.
And who introduced it to you?
I got introduced it to me downtown. That's how I started with
Well,
cocaine.
what were the hell you doing downtown?
I ended up lost my job. I had to resign because of my drinking.
Why?
Because I was drinking and running in the streets and not taking care of my job like I was supposed to. And I was forced to resign. So it started, instead of getting fired,
You
I
resigned.
was forced to resign while I could keep my record good. And so
Okay.
I was forced to resign, so I resigned.
So you
And
resigned.
then I moved downtown after I resigned.
Why you moved down there?
Because I ended up getting me a place downtown. I went and got...
So it wasn't like it was today.
No.
You know, like really, really, really bad.
No.
So you went downtown and moved down there.
No. We'll take that back. It was really, really bad. And I was scared, but I went down
there.
See what I did.
What?
After I spent all my.
Around what year was that?
When did I go downtown? I went downtown in we'll say 89.
89?
Yes, because see, I had
Yeah,
resigned.
it was getting
I
bad.
had resigned off my job.
Yeah, downtown was getting bad then.
89, somewhere up in there. Yeah, it was already bad.
So you lost your job. Your wife put you out.
No, she didn't put me out. I left because I started getting on drugs, and I left. I just left. She never put me. I was always going back, spending time with her and stuff. but I would leave and go back downtown and stay downtown. I would come see about my children and bring them money and see about my kids. That's why I never paid child support or anything like that.
So,
I was always...
So why you didn't pick somewhere else to go? Why you picked downtown?
Because it was an easy place to get you a place to stay. They was giving vouchers out for you, a place to stay and all that. I ended up getting on GR. I ended up getting a voucher, hotel room down there, and staying in the hotel rooms down there on the vouchers and stuff. And that's how I started messing with downtown.
So to make it, to put this on the record,
right.
A lot of people go down there because it's easy to get housing.
Yes. And it's because it has a lot of resources downtown. It has a lot of resources. See, you can do good downtown or you can do bad.
Right.
Downtown has got a really
So why
bad
can't they get them same resources in the city?
They can, but they're very active. They're right there. They're right there in your face downtown. See, you can go in them different buildings and get. Like I said, I went down there and got on GR. They gave me a hotel voucher down there.
Right.
Okay, which was according to how much I make during the run of a month.
So it's easy to get a hotel voucher down there.
Yes.
Than it is in the city.
Yes, it is.
Why is that?
Because normally when you get on GR and stuff like that, they give you vouchers downtown.
They don't give you vouchers in the city.
Yeah, they started to. They did. But most people got their vouchers downtown. Later on, after you're on GR for a while, you end up getting a hotel. There were hotels so that you were living in. And so you end up getting vouchers for these hotels. Because
there's a lot of hotels downtown.
A lot of hotels downtown.
Even when you don't know the hotels,
It was about, when I went down there, it was about 35 hotels down there, which is SRO now. They call SRO now, single room occupancy. That's what the hotels went to. The single room occupancy SRO bought up all the hotels, majority of them, except for the Russ, the Frontier, which is the Frontier Lofts now, the Rainbow, but that's new next to the Midnight Mission. I was down there when all the new missions were built.
So let me ask this question. When you was down there, was it cleaner than it was today? I mean, now, because it got really, really bad at one time.
No, it was worse than it was today. It was much worse than it was today. It was more nastier than it was today, and more worse than it was today.
So they kind of cleaned it up.
They cleaned it up, yes, because they took all the raggedy, which I call them shooting galleries, where they go up and they shoot dope at and hang out and sleep and drink and do all kinds of things.
Where they let them do it?
They was doing it in all them old hotels, which is now SROs. Yeah, that's what they were doing. They wasn't doing nothing but taking money. They didn't care what you did up in there. They were just taking money. As long as you just didn't do it in the lobby, did it in your room, they didn't care. As long as you didn't bring the police up in there, you did.
I'm sure people had to been dying and everything.
Yes, they was dying, especially off of heroin. That was the #1 drug down there when I went down to heroin, shooting heroin.
Wasn't you scared?
Of course I was scared, but I got through it. The Lord brought me through it. Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I was scared. A new down there? Yeah, that's why I'm a reputable down there. They know me down there very well. I go through down there now, visit friends that have still on the pipe. I go down there and see them right now today. Got a friend of mine right now. She's still on the side of LA Mission.
And you went down there and you was 30-something.
Yeah.
So you got on cocaine.
Yeah, that's why I got on cocaine that down.
And then, did you get off?
It took me. I actually didn't get off. I got off cocaine this last time I did. This last time I did 15 years straight. Yeah. And I got off after I did the 15 years straight. The Lord took that cocaine up off me. The Lord took cocaine off me. Didn't know the program.
So through all of that time, what in the hell were you getting into? You act like when people out there and they're getting down and getting high, what were you doing? How did you survive?
Hanging out, drinking, I always kept me a roof over my head. If I didn't have a roof over my head, I stayed on the street. I just survived, man.
How did you survive staying on the street?
Sleeping on cardboard and sleeping in tents, all that stuff. Yeah.
So you experienced all that? I
experienced all that. Sleeping on the sidewalk, sleeping in tents. It's always a way to kind of survive and live. But I never did sleep on the sidewalk. My face never touched the sidewalk. Some people do. My face touched some cardboard. My face never touched the sidewalk, though.
But so you got that down and out. That down where you
That
were
down
sleeping
and
in
out,
that
yes.
cardboard box
Yes.
on the curb.
Yes. Yes.
And what location of downtown was that?
Every
At?
location before St. Julian Park was built. It was Russ Hotel.
St. Julian right on 5th Street?
Yes, before St. Julian Park, it was Russ Hotel, parking lot for the Russ Hotel that's right next door to St. Julian now. Before the James Winter Center was
How did you survive that, man? It was rough.
Just did. I know people I'm easy to get along with. I knew people. I started knowing people. Protecting. See, when I was down there, we protect each other. We didn't let no people come down there and mess with nobody downtown. We had a unity down there.
So you was on drugs through how long of a period? About 10 years?
I was on cocaine from, just say from 89 all the way to 2020.
You was on drugs
Well, now put it like this. I was on drugs from that time all the way to the time I went to the pen this last time.
What time? When did you go to the pen?
2006. I went from we'll say 2007 to 2020. I was in the pen.
From 2007
7 to 2020.
And what did you go for?
I went for assault with a deadly weapon.
Did you shoot the weapon?
No, I hit him in the head with a piece of reinforcement steel. Rebar. That was my nickname down there. Rebar.
Why that was your nickname?
Because they always pull out knives. So I went one night. There was my friend was working at a construction site, and I went in there. He was security. I went in and talked to him and stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give me a few pieces of this rebar and plant them all around, because people was always pulling knives all the time. I was always kind of scary, but didn't like knives.
Why you didn't get you a knife?
I did have one, but that wasn't good enough. I wasn't gonna get on the street and fight with you no knife. I wasn't trying to get cut. So I started using reinforcement steel. My thing was a 2x4 reinforcement steel. And I kept reinforcement steel planted everywhere.
You did?
I let you find me, break and run, and you chase me, and I cut around the corner. I got a piece of reinforcement steel planted over there in that corner. And you didn't know it. So you chase me around that corner, and I'll be waiting on you with that reinforcement steel.
Is that right?
Yeah, rebar, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I did, yeah. I always knew how to get them off me.
And you got 13 years for that?
I got 15 years straight for that. Not 13, 15.
For hitting him in the head with some rebar?
Yeah. I bust his head open, yeah. Saw with a deadly weapon. Yeah. Bust his
All
head
because of the get high?
Yeah, basically I could have killed him.
All because?
All because of get high. Smoking cocaine, drinking. Not just because of cocaine, alcohol. Alcohol wasn't cocaine. When it comes to violence.
Right.
And I want people to know that. They didn't want to make cocaine and this and that. No. Alcohol is your number one violent thing in the world. If you play with it, it will make you.
Is that alcohol that rough?
Yes, it's that rough. A whole lot of people that died behind alcohol, and a whole lot of people that got killed behind alcohol. Alcoholism.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You think more people than died?
I know more people that died off alcoholism and than drugs. I know that's a fact. I know that. Now, it may not be a statistic, but I know it.
Rough. And that's
for sure.
Wow, man.
See, they underestimate alcoholism. It's no joke. It robs families, it robs you of your life, it robs you of your children, it robs you everything. Take everything from you if you allow it and don't pay attention.
Did you ever mess with that heroin?
Never. I was too scared.
Yeah, that heroin.
I think I did.
Bad, boy.
A couple times I did. A couple times.
What?
A couple times I did it on my nose.
Oh, you snorted.
I backed away from that real quick, though.
Why?
I was just scared of it. I was too scared of it. I've seen too many people just die behind it. Shooting.
So a lot of people snort heroin.
Yeah, a lot of people snorted. A lot of people using the eye drop bottles up their nose. Yeah.
So there's many ways they're using that heroin.
Many ways they use it, yeah.
You know, because most people just think they're shooting it in the vial, in the needle.
No, you can toot it. You can use an eye drop bottle, liquid. You can snort it just like you snort cocaine powder.
You know what's a trip? Mm-hmm. Some of the toughest guys can't go and survive downtown. No. And an average really not no killer, no tough guy, he can go and survive.
Yeah, well, it's just See, it's number one, it's your attitude. You can't go downtown being no bad person, no tough guy. Ain't no room for no tough guy down there. You gonna die quick.
Is that right?
Yeah, tough guy gonna die quick. You can't be tough downtown.
Wants to be a hustler.
Ain't no tough people down there.
The hustlers ain't tough?
The hustlers ain't tough. Hustlers die quicker than anybody else.
They what?
They'll die quicker than anybody else. You don't run nothing down there. Now you got people that's reputables and they know you and you're reputable. You have a record of, no, don't mess with him. Leave him alone. He's not the one. I took all kind of butt when I first went downtown. Black eyes, whooped up and all that.
Why?
Yeah, just because.
Just because
You the new guy. Just because you the new guy.
They gonna jump on you.
They gonna get you. Who are you?
They know when you're new?
They know when you're new. They gonna rob you, they gonna jack you, they gonna manipulate you, whatever.
When you're new.
And yeah. You gotta know how to. You better learn something quick.
Man,
you better learn something quick, and that go for the women. Man, that don't go just for the men. Oh, they do women just as that. Man.
So once if you just walk around like you're a bum, they can still gonna get you.
Possibility. They'll get a bum too. They don't care if they need some money, especially if they need some money. Especially on check day, you better watch yourself.
So
especially back in the day, you get your check, you better watch it.
So who would be getting you? Gang members or something?
Well, see, downtown is mixed up with a lot of people. See, number one, that's your next LAX. And people don't understand that. That's the LAX itself. You know why?
Why?
You got Union Station down there, you got what? The
Greyhound.
bus station.
Yeah, Greyhound.
You got just as many people or more getting off them trains every day, just like you do them planes. They get off them planes, they get off them trains every day. They get off them buses every day. The terminal bus station is down there. The terminal.
Yeah, but when they get off, they going somewhere.
No, not because a lot of them don't know where to go. A lot of them come here for the first time, and they asking people stuff. And they'll go get a hotel and stay off into the hotel, and they'll go to these little missions and eat and back to their room until they find somebody to cling to talk to that will tell them about downtown and what not to do and what not to go.
But if
not, you're on your own.
And they praying on you.
They praying on you. Pray. Yeah, you pray for sure.
And they got you?
And they got me a few times. Quite a few times they peeled my cap back.
And you the man? Clay?
No, I wasn't the man then. I became a reputable person. I became a person that everybody knew because I hung out and drank with all of them.
So once you become somebody they know, then they don't bother.
They back up off you. Then you good.
But if they don't know you,
you got problems. Especially if you go around there asking questions, where this at, where that at. We got us one.
Is that right?
Yeah, you go around and ask a bunch of questions and they smell you new. Oh, this is new in here. Oh, look, you can get it over here. Come on over here.
What?
Drag you up.
Wow.
Tear all your clothes off, everything. Peel you like you're a banana. Yeah, that's real.
So a tough guy can't survive?
Tough guy can survive down there. Ain't no tough guys. They just talk about that. Ain't no tough guys on it. Not downtown. No. Now, down there now, how it is now, don't tell her what's going on.
They got the downtown gangsters.
Because but these downtown gangsters wasn't a part of this. Downtown gangsters started back early. That's what that started about. I didn't know who started that. That got blown out of proportion.
Right.
So that was just started for the certain area of people down there started that. One little area of people, basically downtown gangsters come up off of Winston and fit between Winston and...
So why do people run downtown? Because it's just easy access to living?
That's it. That's one reason, yes. Yes, you can get rooms down there, places to stay, especially back then.
I mean, even now?
Yes, now, because even now, where can you go get a room at for $58 a month on GR? You can go get a room.
$58 a month?
Yes. SROs, if you're on general relief, I just talked to a guy yesterday. His rent is $58. He just got an SRO. His rent is $58 a month. When SRO started out,
so somebody else paying the other portion.
When SRO, yes. When SRO subsidized, when SRO started, they started paying $53 a month.
So they got a bathroom and a kitchen and all that.
Yeah, depending on what hotel it is. Yes, some of them have bathrooms. Yes, yeah. Some of them are real big. Some of them are small. It depends on the hotel that they bought out. Just say like the Alexander. Mm-hmm. Alexander was a hotel anyway. And it's still a low income, but it's a low income hotel now. They turned the rooms into low income rooms.
Did they make them smaller or something?
No, they're the same size. They're the same size. They just made them better. They just refurbished them. That's all. They're the same size. Because in Alexander, all their rooms are big, huge.
Mm-hmm.
In Alexander, all of them huge.
Is Alexander on Fifth?
And see,
what street is Alexander on?
That's Spring and Fifth.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the thing about them hotels down there, that's historic. All down there is historic. So all them hotels, them old hotels, they're part of history.
Ain't no tearing them down.
Oh, no, ain't no tearing them down. But since SRO bought them out and made SROs out of them, they have now built new SROs down there. Just like the Yankee on the corner of St. Julian and 7th, that was the first SRO that was built down there from the ground up. That was just SRO, wasn't a hotel already. They built this SRO from the ground up. It was the first one, the Yankee, right across the fire station on St. Julian and 7th. Yeah. I was down there when all that happened. That's why I know.
So you got out from doing how many years? 13?
When I got out, 15. 15. This last time, yeah. I got out in 2020. And I haven't looked back.
And you went in there for hitting the man in the head with the rebar.
Reinforcement steel, yes, sir.
What they call you down there?
Rebar. Well, they call me T now. They just call me T. That was back then when I was down there running around. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what they call me. Well, because I put it on your mind. They'll come messing with me. I didn't mess with nobody, though. See, that was my thing. I didn't mess with nobody. I got along with it, pretty much everybody. I didn't just get along with everybody. I had my times when we got in fights and all kinds of different stuff.
So now...
But this was personal stuff.
So now what are you looking to do with your life now, Clay?
I'm doing very good, man. I like I said, when I got out the pen, during the 15 years, I was in the program. Mm-hmm. I used to go up in this, I remember I used to go up, they had what they call it, a master bedroom there. I stayed in the room with other guys, they had other rooms, but they had a master bedroom that was vacant. So I used to go up in that master bedroom and sit there and do my work, trying to get my income and stuff going and get started, you know? So after I finished the program, I rented the room. I rented the same master bedroom. I used to go and do my work.
You rented it?
I rented it out. They rented it to me.
How you going to rent somebody else's stuff?
No, they did. They rented it to me. They had the rest. That room wasn't rented out. But later on, they started renting it.
Okay.
And I was the first one that rented it. So they charged me $600 a month to rent that room. Mm-hmm. And I stayed there and rent that room for a whole year. I stayed there for a year. Then I moved to, a friend of mine came to me and said, Terry, would you like to move into my place? And so I said, well, where's it at? She said, on 59th and Hoover. I said, oh yeah, I know the room over there you guys. I said, sure. So I moved from there, paying $600, to over on 5900 Hoover Street, right on the corner. It used to be a clinic. And they flipped it into rooms. I moved over there, which I had a big old giant room with a bathroom in it and a tub and all that. You know, community kitchen. I stayed there for another year. Some more years, or a year and something.
So what you gonna do now, Clay? God gonna you've been giving you some good chances.
I'm in the process of now getting a new apartment. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing my time. I stay in a shelter on Long Beach, waiting for relocation, waiting for permanent housing. I'm finna get a 1-bedroom on the west side somewhere. That's what I want. Okay. And that's what I'm gonna get. I'm in the process of that now, and it should be any day now.
So you gonna stay focused?
Yeah, I am focused. I've been doing good since I've been home. I ain't doing nothing. What is a police station? What is it? I don't know that.
Well, no, don't go back. You're 70 years old, man. You better not go back.
That don't make no difference because you're 70 years old. They got 80-year-old people going to jail. They got 70-year-old people going. It don't make no difference.
They do?
Yes, they do. It depends on what you're doing out here in life. You know, if you want to continue running the streets, you want to continue chase that dope, you want to continue to be with bad people, go ahead. That's your choice. But understand, you have a choice when you're making that choice.
Because you can't beat that dope now.
You can't beat it. No, you can beat it. You can beat it. You got to get help.
Yeah, you can beat it that way. I'm saying,
but that's
using it and
no,
thinking
you're not
you can
no, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, or somebody's gonna kill you. You're gonna die on your own, or somebody's gonna kill you. No, you can't beat that dope. Not like that. Only way you beat that dope is come out of denial and be willing to have somebody to help you to get right. That's the only way you're coming out of it. That's the way you're going to beat it. Or you're going to die. Point blank.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to be an ex-addict, and I can tell you that. I never stopped drinking. I went back to drinking alcohol moderate. I very seldom have any alcohol now. I drink a little beer. I drink a little whiskey occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an occasional drinker. I don't be out on corners. I don't be running around. None of that. That's gone. That's done. God is good to me, and I know God is good to me. Right now, I've been in my own spot. I've been in 3 spots. I've been in 2 spots and paid rent for a whole year and something. One for a year, one for a year and something. I done got relocation money, put a little bit in the bank, got relocated to another place. You know.
What'd you be doing with that money, Clay?
Well, I didn't have a whole bunch of money. I spent it up, but I kept a little bit, put up.
Man, all you need to do is stay focused.
I am focused. Right now, I am focused. That's why I'm waiting I'm waiting in a place right now that I have to be in. I have a curfew. I be in every night at 10 o'clock. I don't be on the street. Every night.
No, that's good.
I'm waiting for my housing, my apartment. That's what I'm waiting for. And then after that, now I get Social Security. But after that, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to start working again.
God has spared you 70 years.
Yeah.
It's time to just do it right now.
I'm not over it. I'm finna go to work again. I'm finna get another job just as soon as I get my apartment. I'm able to work.
But you can't let no bad influences in you.
I don't mess with bad influences.
They just pop up.
No, they ain't gonna pop up on me. They'll pop up on somebody else. Pop up on me.
They out there, Clay.
No, God is out here for me. I don't know what's out there for them.
Okay.
God is here for me. And I know I'm headed, and I know where I'm at, and I know I'm never going back again. I've been out the pen since 2020. I ain't looked back. I ain't been in no trouble. I ain't been around no trouble.
You wasn't in there during that pandemic, man.
What? I was in there during the pandemic. COVID, I was in there. I made it out.
For a little while.
No, I was in there for quite a while. When they come out, I was in there. And I was in an open dorm. I did good and come down from Soledad, from High Desert, to here. I was maximum security at High Desert. I went to the 3 yard from there. Then I made it down to the minimum.
You've been in some
here.
high yards, man.
Yeah, I've been in maximum yards. I've been in 4 yards.
How you survive in the maximum prisons?
Ask the Lord.
Yeah.
That is.
You're the only one can save you.
Ask the Lord. I can tell you how I survived. The Lord saved me.
Buddha, this man been on some maximum yards,
yeah,
man.
I've been on Soledad, all that, man. I've been on some maximum yards. Yeah. Without a knife in my hand. What they had to do, you have to come out the cell, you have to put your cell, they come to your door for a shower. The shower from here to there, they come to the door, knock on the door, Clay, you ready to take on the shower? Tap over the top. They open up the flap. You stick your hands in the flap.
Do y'all have a sink?
Hold on, you stick your hands in the flap. Yeah, we got a sink, a bed. Yeah, sink and a bed, that's all you got in there.
When you go shower, is other people down there?
No, when I went not on maximum security, no.
You was on maximum security?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you now.
Why the hell you on maximum security?
Because that's why I started out. I had to work my way down. I go straight to maximum security.
So maximum, you go shower by yourself?
Yeah.
Then that's okay.
But watch this. Watch this. They knock on your door, right? They knock on your door. They open the flap. You stick your hands out there. They put the cuffs on you. Then they bust your door open. They take you back up to the cell, turn around.
So when you're in the shower, you got to shower with the cuffs on?
Yeah, no. They take the cuffs off, and you go into the shower. And you go in that shower. When you come back out, you put the cuffs on, and you go back to your cell. Then you step to the back of the cell.
Because I'll be like that dude from whatever that program. He said, man, he didn't even go down there and shower with all them. He started just bathing in his sink.
Oh, yeah, but see, I don't know where he was showering with all them.
Well, he was in New York.
Oh, yeah, no wonder. That's a different type of prison system, yeah.
But, man, some people don't want to go down there and shower with all them old crazy
you ain't showering no bunch of crazy people unless you got to be in a dormitory somewhere, man, to shower a bunch of people.
So if they got all these cells, everybody can't go to the shower one at a time.
If you're in level 3, they'll let you out and go shower. When they let your tear out, they let the whole tear come down. Play games, dominoes, or whatever like that. You come down, you might have Spanish.
How many is in a tier?
Probably in the building, 200 capacity. So probably 100 on each 100 on each tier. 100 on
So
each
how
tier.
do they take their shower then?
They come out. They bring out
One
their
at a time?
They come out and bring. Look, you got showers. You got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, however many showers. Everybody take time going in the shower doing their thing. They're watching TV. That's your program time. You come out, sit at the table playing dominoes. You get them and go take a shower. You know. On the other side, you maybe sit down, look at TV. You got the TV on the other side. You got the tables right here. You playing dominoes and stuff. You taking your shower. You come out of program time and take a shower. Then when your program is over, you go back to your cell. That's level 3. But level 4, you go out by yourself. Take you to the shower.
You was at level 4.
I moved from level 4 to level 3. I come to maximum.
Which one level you liked the best?
Like none of them. I just know how to do them. Like none of them.
Well,
I don't like.
which one was easier?
Of course, the dorms were easier when you get on to level 1 and level 2.
Well, the dorm, why would you say the dorm is easier when there's a lot of people?
Because you're in the dormitory. You're in the dormitory.
But it's a lot of people.
It doesn't matter about a lot of people. You're not in a
So
cell.
it's easier to be killed in a dormitory.
Yeah, you see, that's why I said some people like lifers, they don't like dorms. Lifers, some people, a lot of people. See, you got different type of people, man. You got people that's like, you know how they say, what's that word they use, and it's not even a word, is when you go out and you can't stay out. What's that word they call it? Institutionalized. Well, that word doesn't exist. It's called a recidivism. And when you institutionalize, that's just the word that, when you institutionalize, it doesn't matter, man. You're coming back. You can't stay out in the public. You institutionalize. You got to go back to jail. You can't deal with society. You can't be around society. Just like you got some men in the prison, they can't go to dormitory living. Okay, well then you're gonna stay where you're at. If you can't make it out the maximum, if you can't make it out of maximum to level 3, you'll never make it to level 1 or level 2, and you basically be up in there a longer time till they eventually just have to let you go. See, because if you're not complying with the rules and the standards of the penitentiary, you're not going home. Now you can say what you want to say, and I'm a convict. I don't carry that label no more, but that's what I am. When I go to that prison, I know what to do, and I know who to stay away from.
You think you know what to do?
I'm doing it. You don't think I know I'm doing it?
You know who to stay away from?
Yes.
Well, if you went, who
I'm not going. If I
well,
win,
who did you stay away from?
who did I stay with to stay out?
Yeah.
The people that got me in there.
No,
Bad people.
when you're inside, who do you stay away from?
You stay away from the fools, like you stay away from out here. It's the same thing. Bring it on, because just like I'm a prime example. I was at CRC. I came down from High Desert to this last time, and I was sitting in my bed, and some stuff was going on. A ride was finna jump off. So the homeboy from Riverside came and asked me, "Hey T, what you finna do?" I ain't finna do nothing, dude. I'm going home, Chaos. His name was Chaos from Riverside, shot caller.
He wanted to start some chaos.
No, he wasn't starting anything. He gonna say, "No, I'm doing." That's why he come ask me. He said, "T, what you finna do?" And started laughing. I said, "You know what I'm finna do, Chaos? I'm gonna sit on my bed. Unless a nigga come over here and do something to me, then they'll get it."
If they starting a riot,
I'm not.
are you in your cell?
No, if you start a riot, you're in a dorm most of the time. But now
you can be in a riot.
You can be in a riot on a level 3. You can be in a riot on level
That's
3.
dangerous.
You can be in a riot on level 3 because you're
A
out.
riot in level 3 is dangerous.
Yes, it's very dangerous because you're out in the out playing games.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
yes.
sitting on your bed or not.
No, it's dangerous either way it go.
That's what I'm saying.
Either way it go, man. Either way it go, you talking about people with knives. So either way it go.
That's what I'm saying.
Whether you sitting on your bed, whether you sitting at a table. Only thing in the level 3, you sit at the table, game table. A metal table like this desk is all metal. You sit there playing cards and dominoes. If it jump off, it's on. You out there in your jeans or whatever. Some people taking their boxes, coming from the shower. And if it jump off, it's in the building. It's not in the dorm. It's in the building. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, Brother Clay, man, I'm glad you came on. I've been wanting to know what your life was like, you know what I'm saying? Thanking God that you're part of Brownstone Wellness Center
Yeah,
and
I
all
love it
that
here.
stuff.
Because, see, Brown, I'm going to explain this to you. Say this, then I came here on a suggestion of our parole officer.
Okay.
She said, "Would you like to go over here and play dominoes and sit out and be around some older people?" I said, "For what?" I said, "I'm already just over living around old people. I'm the oldest guy here. I want to go to another old house somewhere and settle with some old guys. And she started laughing. She said, no, Mr. Clay, it's not like that. It's a wellness center. Well, I don't know what no wellness center is. She said, well, why don't you go try it out? On a suggestion. She didn't make me go there.
Right.
So I came here. And I liked it.
Right.
I liked it. I really did. I like the people here. I like the staff here. I like you. I like everybody along here. I come here. And so after I got off parole, I continue coming here on my own because I enjoyed it. It shows me the people that's less fortunate. And how fortunate I am to not be on a walker, not be on a cane, not be mentally disturbed at 70, all the drugs I've been on, all the alcohol I've tried. I was a guinea pig. I was a human guinea pig. That's why I was walking. Try this, try that. Only thing I didn't try is that heroin because I was scared to death.
Yeah.
I was scared to death of the needles, and then when I took it, I didn't like it.
Wow. Man.
But cocaine, I loved it.
Yeah?
Man, if I was talking to you on the street and you weren't talking about where to get my next rock at, I ain't got no conversation with you. And that's 6 in the morning to 12 at night. The only thing I got a conversation with you about is where I'm going to get my next hit at.
I always wonder. I ain't gonna go try to find out. Lord,
Please don't.
No.
Because that's what they
what
say.
is the feeling of just smoking that,
Well, I can tell you what the heroin users used to say. When they shot that dope in their arm, it's like catching a climax. And then you figure out how it feels. That's how good it feels, like catching a climax. How good does that feel?
What about the cocaine?
Same thing. Same thing, man. That good cocaine when it first come out. When I was getting down there, when it first come out downtown, because I was down there when the Cubans first come down. When the Cubans first come down there, I know the ones that was in the park when the first Cuban down there, really Cuban Tony.
So pretty much it was introducing.
It was more pure, more better, everything.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it was introducing black people to something that they just they didn't even know nothing about.
They weren't even ready for. They didn't know about it, they weren't even ready for. Trying out something, curious like that little monkey. That's why I call myself like that little monkey back there, the book we read. You read it too, Curious George. You know who he is. Yeah. I was like Curious George. I was always curious about something.
Yeah, I mean, back then, it was like dropping them off something that they didn't know what they was getting themselves into.
They didn't. They really didn't, bro. They really did. And they still dropping off. Some people still grabbing off and they still don't know. And the dope that they got now is just like now. What's killing them now? Fentanyl.
Yeah.
And fentanyl is not killed my cousin. I told him. I said, man,
but
why
if people notice fentanyl is
they
bad,
they're curious, man. They're curious about something. They
is
always want to try
fentanyl like
something.
heroin or something?
Yeah, fentanyl is worse than heroin. They kill you quicker than heroin. Fentanyl is pretty. It's a form.
We on the podcast talking about drugs.
Yeah.
Is that crazy or what?
Yeah.
Buddha?
It's part of life. It is, and it's a dangerous part of life. It's something that people need to know about. Don't be curious. Leave drugs alone, like they say. Don't be curious. And if you can, leave the alcohol alone, because it's just as dangerous. Don't let them sidetrack you about this dope like that alcohol ain't tough.
Yeah,
that alcohol is worse than that dope, because it's easier. You can go in the store and buy it off the shelf. You ever notice, watch this, you ever notice you stand on the corner drinking, your worst drinking. That's what I call your worst drinking. Two or three fellas can come up on the corner. They say they come in front of the check cash place. We used to have you check cash and places, stuff like that. We do hustle, especially downtown. You go in, you buy the first half a pint, right? Mm-hmm. Then I pull up. What you got on? I buy the second one. Then the other boy pull up by the third one. Now that's at 8 o'clock that morning. By 2 o'clock, you go in there to buy half a pint. That row of half a pints, what you can buy that old is empty. You know how you used to see it? The little row? It's all empty. It ain't there. They bought it all out. They bought that whole row out. They drunk all them half a pints. Stand on the corner drinking. You buy it out about it next year.
Then I guess they're going to start on the pints after that.
If it ain't there, if it ain't no more half pints, you're going to start on pints.
Why they just won't get a pint?
Because it's cheaper. And it's small, it's cheaper. They start out with the cheaper ones. Until they just have to buy that pint. They drink them half pints because they're easy to buy. They're cheap.
Boy, I tell you, on the Brown Neighborhood Show, boy, you never know what your conversation
and see,
might be.
Luckily me.
Buddha?
Luckily me, I was a mixed drinker. I never did like straight alcohol, but I drank it.
When you say mixed, what you mean?
Mix it, that cuts, chaser. Something you mix with it.
Like Coke?
Yeah,
like the Coke, soda?
It cuts the strength of the alcohol down. That's what it does. It waters it down, in other words. The ones that's really bad on them is the ones that's drinking out that bottle. When you drink that cheap It don't matter what it is. It's 80 proof. That's what it says on the half bottle. 80 proof.
Man.
80 proof. And that's eating your kidney, your liver, all that up. That's why they have cirrhosis at the liver, a lot of them. Drinking that straight alcohol out that bottle, 80 proof alcohol, and some of them drink 100 proof. Like that, say, Smirnoff, Blue Label, 100 proof.
Smirnoff?
Smirnoff Red Label, 80 proof. Smirnoff Blue Label. Check it out. Go look so right now. Look, I can tell you.
Man, I tell you, look here.
I was a stone cold alcoholic. I can tell you all the color, Pagan Pink, Ripple, Silver Satin Bill Lemon, Ripple Pagan Pink, that was my favorite. Rainy Ale Green Bottle, Old English, Cisco.
All them different drinks.
Cisco. I drink all that stuff.
Why they banned Cisco? Remember they used to have...
No, they didn't ban it. It's still Cisco. They stopped getting it. Later on, they banned it. They stopped making it because it was causing too much problem. Just like they banned 151. I drank 151 for years because Bacardi rum was my drink, and didn't even know
that
what.
They don't make 151 no more?
No, watch this. I drank 151 all them years, a lot of years, right? Because my favorite rum was Bacardi rum, and 151 was stronger. But I never did know what the 151 means. All the years I drank it, 151 proof. That's what it means.
Oh, man. Wow.
And I didn't even realize that after about 7 years of drinking it. Man, this shit is 151 proof. And you fool, you've been drinking it all these years.
Like moonshine.
And luckily, it is. Because moonshine is start about 200, son.
Man, God dog.
Oh, man.
Lord have mercy. Man, I tell you, before we get up out of here, we got to get up out of here. I tell you, boy, on this Brown Neighborhood podcast, man, you might hear anything.
You just might, man. And it's a good podcast. I'm enjoying this.
You know what I'm saying? But it gives somebody a chance to express themselves and be able to let things out. You know what I'm saying? That they can't normally let out all the time. They can, but you know,
give a chance to open up and really explain some things to people that they really don't know. Right. There's so many trying to figure out, but from a person that has really been through it and has suffered through it, not just been through it, suffered through it. And I've suffered through it. By the grace of God, I made it out. Wow. And I made it out with good health.
Wow. You hear that?
See?
Man. Yeah, because see, some people, they ain't even got to do that much, and they'll tear their body down.
I got a lot of friends that didn't make it out. I got some real friends that didn't make it out, man.
Yeah.
That dope killed them at an early age.
People got to know that don't try it and think, oh, I'm just going to do a little bit, because a little bit could take you out.
I have a friend of mine right now, man. She just called me this morning. And she wake up in the morning, believe me. She wake up in the morning. She wake up in the morning drinking, smoking them cancer sticks. She got an addiction with that. And she wake up in the morning with that Crystal Palace vodka laying next to her. And she's 41 years old. And then she suffered from multiple personality.
41.
She's my friend.
Wow.
But she drinks. You know,
Lord,
she drinks. You know, and I drink too. I still drink, but I'm a moderate drinker now.
Right.
I can't drink it like that. You know.
Well, we gonna get out of here because the Brown Neighborhood podcast is appreciate you coming on and having a conversation with us, man.
I enjoy it. To be able to open up, maybe I help somebody today.
Yeah. One thing people got to understand is a whole lot going on in the neighborhood, but people just don't talk about it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know, it's a lot. You know, sometimes people just want to hear the good stuff. And they don't know that the bad things or other kind of things exist out here. But you know what? We're going to keep God in front, like he say, and thank God for, saving him.
You better.
And we want to thank God for even giving this podcast a chance to reach somebody, even if it's just one person.
It's a blessing.
You know?
Really, your podcast.
A lot of time, it could just one person, it done a whole lot. So we getting ready to get out of here for the day. But we want to say thank God again for the Browns Neighborhood Podcast.